Hi, Orange Girl here with another scrapbooking layout for you. I am working with the November Hit Kit Club kits, and my assignment this week is to use this fabulous sketch by Irit. And I am going to start by working with this cut file that is available on the Hit Kit Club blog. And I cut it out because I thought it would be perfect with the circle of the sketch, and then it has snowflakes on it, which fits my theme. And so it all came together pretty well here. Not quickly because I hem and hawed a little bit around, but what you saw me doing there was I was putting some foam around the back of this cut file so that it will stand up just a little bit. And there are my photos that I'm going to use. There are not 3 photos on the sketch, but I went ahead and added 3 photos here. And I'm actually going to switch these out in a bit. Same photos, just a different size here. But I'm using 2 photos, a square photo and then a photo that's the same height inside the circle, and then a smaller photo to the right, mostly because I couldn't decide. So on the sketch, there are a few layers behind the photos, and so I just grabbed some papers that I thought fit well with the theme, but also the colors. That's the exclusive paper right there, and I'm going to use those behind my photos. And I do mess around with this just a little bit, back and forth, but you'll get to see here in a couple seconds exactly what the basic design is, and hopefully you can see how I got that off of the sketch. So as I'm messing around with these layers that are giving me a few fits here, I want to tell you I went ahead and I also cut out a bunch of the snowflakes that are in this file. There's just single snowflakes too, and so I cut some of those out with white cardstock, and then I also used some vellum that I had in my stash, and I just wanted just a little bit of a different, just another element, another texture there, and then I changed that even more so. I believe these are the exclusive alphas. And so what I'm doing here is this Distress ink oxide came in the color kit, and I'm just using my dabber there to dab, my blender to dab a little bit of color on the vellum snowflakes. And I toyed with using this Distress oxide that's in the green and decided, nope, I did one and it looks okay, but it's just not going to fit on the layout. And I'm kind of glad that I chose to do that. So my background paper has the white cardstock that I just cut on my silhouette, glued onto it now, and now I'm just going to add a few just a little bit of splatters is all. So what you're seeing me use there is Aqua Hues. It's a Shimmers product from my stash, and it is called Piglet. And I went ahead and used it, and then I wiped it all off, and I didn't realize it was going to all come off like quickly, so I decided this time I will use it and let it dry a little bit more naturally. So the blue that I'm using there, the aqua color, is that Peacock Distress ink, and I just put a little bit on an acrylic block, like a stamping block, added a little bit of water, and then I'm using that to splatter as if it were like a spray ink or whatever, or watercolors. And then finally I'm adding some Pretty in Pink, which is a Coloring Shimmers product, and I'm for my stash, and I'm just adding that because it's a little bit darker pink, and some of the papers, or one of the papers, the paper that is from the exclusive, from the main kit, and it's the exclusive paper, there we go, that one right there has a little bit of darker pink in it as well, and so I wanted a little darker pink in the background. So that's the basic design, and now that I'm looking at it, I kind of wish that I would have kept that pink snowflake. I like how it turned out. That pink snowflake is from one of the ephemera packs that came. You know what? I put all of my kits together, so I'm not sure which kit it's in. I can't remember, but so what I've done off camera, I think, is I went through and I just pulled out some pieces of ephemera that I thought I might use, and then I don't think using any of it, and I go back and I find a couple other pieces that I like. So I'm adding snowflakes on top of snowflakes, snowflakes on the outside of the circle, snowflakes right on the die cut, and just plastering it with snowflakes. And I don't have anything glued down here except for the background. And you'll see that does cause me some problems. Maybe one of these days I'll learn to just go ahead and glue and commit, because this is my basic design and I know this is how it's going to be, and I still haven't glued. Oh, look, there, I'm gluing. All right, so I'm going to glue down the snowflakes at least. So my background, I don't think that circle is glued down yet, but at least I have these placed and I don't have to keep moving them around. So I am totally digging working with this kit this month. I want to use it for all of December, but I'm super excited with the new kits that are coming out. So it's just funny how it works. Like, as soon as the new kits are revealed, I'm like, oh, I want those, but I still have all these to play with. So I'm glad that I have these to play with while we wait for the new kits, because I've only made a couple of things with this, with the November kits, and there are so many yummy things in them. I am doing a December documented album, and I'm using that kit as well as items from just the regular kits too. So I've been playing a little bit with those things, but I don't do foundation pages ahead of time because it just doesn't work for me. I've tried before and it doesn't end up working. So my layout here is falling apart, just so you know. While I'm talking, everything's falling apart, but not really. I'm just trying to get everything glued, and I kind of did things in kind of a wonky order. And I end up taking that, the thread, the pink thread, I think I end up taking that away eventually here. I'm still toying with that pink snowflake, and I don't know why I didn't like it, and I don't know why I didn't leave it on there. I should have, I think, probably, but anyway. So, have I switched out the photos yet? I think I have, and they're smaller, and I'm still having a hard time getting Snow Bear to fit, but eventually I end up making it happen. So this is pretty much the basic design, even though there is like 5 minutes left in this video. All I'm really going to be doing now is going through my embellishments and finding from the kit and trying to find what I want to use to add to it besides snowflakes. So you're going to see me do that in a second, but I think I'm going to add some splatters first after I get done messing with the thread and throwing it away. For some reason, and I have not had this problem in the past, I am having a hard time getting those photos to stick. And I realize that there's more dimension than normal, but I just could not get them to stick. So I have to re-stick them multiple times and put heavy things on top of them. And okay, so what you're seeing me do there is I just added a few more splatters. Once I got everything on, I realized that I covered up most of the splatters, so I added a few more. I do end up gluing down the alphas, even though they are, oh, I toyed here with kind of moving them all together and doing something completely different with the title, but then I just end up moving it back. I do end up gluing down Snow Bear, the words, because they just didn't want to stick, and I don't want to find them in the bottom of my page protector. Assuming this actually ends up in a page protector. I say that because I have a huge stack of layouts that need to go into page protectors that are just sitting there. Do you have that? I have that big time. Anyway, so I am continuing to add in my snowflakes, and I'm making sure that those are all glued down. And now I'm going to come in with, I think I add a couple of snowflakes that have gold on them to kind of, since Snow Bear is in gold, and then that little tag that I'm going to put my date on is in gold, I go ahead and I will add a couple of gold snowflakes, and I think it's from one of the sticker sheets. So I'll do that here coming up. And then I find these cute die cuts. Oh my goodness, they are so adorable. So here I am going through this, and I don't end up using any of those things, but let me see. Here it comes. I use a little penguin and a little bear. And I kind of wanted to use like a snowman since they were making a snowman, but they really made a snow bear. And so it actually worked out better. This cute little penguin, isn't he cute? And the blue in both of those, just bring out the blue in the layout. I love it. Okay, so that sticker sheet is the sticker sheet that I got the snowflakes from. And so now I'm just gluing everything else down, and I'm adding some of that gorgeous sequence, which I will, I'm telling you, use for every single one of my layouts. I know it because I love that sequence. And it's not like I don't ever use sequins, I do, but when this sequins pack came and I got it in the mail, I was like, oh my goodness, it's even better than in the picture. So I'm adding some really light pink sequins, and then I'm adding the blue color as well, and it just makes it sparkle. I love it. You'll get to see that a little bit better in the close-ups. So my hands, for some reason, all of those pieces of sequins want to stick to my hands. So it's like static or something from the dry air, I'm thinking. But anyway, takes me a little longer as a result. So there you see me weighing down the pictures because I couldn't get them to stick, but they eventually did stick. So I think I add another little tag above the photos there. You saw me put it there and then put it back, and then I'm going to put it back, I think, on the layout. I think it ends up making it there. But we're almost to the close-ups. Thanks a lot for stopping by. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving if you are in America. And we did. We spent the day with family, and now we're off on a very short road trip to a little town a few hours away, and hopefully there'll be lots of pictures for me to scrap. This is I think my second layout with this kit, and I've made a few others that you'll be seeing soon. So here come the close-ups. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks.